It's time for Tailgate Talk with Rodney Washington for the best football insight to get you right. Brought to you by Jimmy's Hot Dogs.
Hello, everybody. We're in episode 6 of Tailgate Talk, and I'm here at Worth County at Milt Miller Field. And when I was with Coach Hammond last time for week 1, he got the win. So I want to say, how you doing, Coach, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Coach. So this is your second time being the game of the week. So how does it feel? You know, I'm here again, asking you a couple questions again.
It's really good. It's really good. Our guys is having a good year so far and getting some recognition. It should be a really good ball game this week.
I've seen the practice going on just at the end of it a little bit today. But how has practice been for you this week, just going into this matchup with Fitzgerald?
Well, I think they know what they're in for. The last several years, Fitzgerald's been the king of the mountain, and it's going to be a real challenge. And the preparation is going to have to be really high. We're going to have to play really good to have a chance.
Oh, yeah, Coach. So what have you learned from your team going from week 1 until this week going right here?
It's just being consistent. Being consistent and not doing things that beat yourself. We've had some two shortcoming games. In those games, you can go back to a few plays that really predicted the outcome. We just got to eliminate turnovers and create some.
All right, Coach. So thank goodness for Facebook, because I ended up finding out that you do a breakfast on Friday. So when did that originally begin for you, Coach?
Well, it's something that I wanted to do when we got here. One of my previous stops as a coach, we did it, and I thought it was ingenious. And like the church members have been unbelievable supporting our kids, but for them to get to meet kids that are not in their congregation, and for our kids to go meet different people, and seeing there are a lot of people in Worth County that care about them, and for them to go in and be very respectful, to make sure these people know that they have something to be proud about.
All right, Coach, and salute to the church for doing that, for real. But what would you say would be the identity of your team at this moment?
I think we're still figuring it out. Defense, I think, has gotten so much better as we went. We're starting to play some good ball, and offensively, we got to get in the game and produce. And that doesn't mean always throwing the football, which Lyndon's done a really good job of that, and we have several guys that can run around and go catch it, but we got to line up and be able to run the football too, so people can't just pin their ears back and come get us.
Right, that's true too, Coach. And this is the first region game, it's coming up. So what's the intensity going into this week, or is it just another week for you?
Well, no, this is kind of starting our team goals. Every year we have 3 goals. The first one's to make the playoffs, and the second one is to win the region, and the third is to go play and win the state championship. And getting into a region game and starting the process will really put us in a good situation. We don't want to come out here and be 0-1 and having to fight our way back to get back in it.
All right, Coach. I also want to say thank you to Jimmy Hot Dogs for sponsoring this. They have a location right by the Civic Center in Albany and also in Leesburg. So I got to give you the Jimmy Hot Dogs question of the day. What did you see from Fitzgerald from film that they do well?
Oh, they're solid. They're very solid. I know Coach Pruitt, he poor-mouthed all year, said we're going to be young and all that. Offensively, they're still doing what they do, and they're churning out yards, eating up clock. Defensively, they're very, very good. It ain't going to be you having to figure out what they're going to be in. They have an identity of their 3-4-1 high stuff, and they're very good at it. So it's going to be, can our guys go win battles when they have a chance? Speaking
of battles, I know the Ram Nation, your fans, I know it's going to be I know they're going to need to travel for this game. So how important is it for your Ram Nation to travel out to Fitzgerald? I know it's a little drive a little bit.
I'm telling you, this year our road games, they have been outstanding. I really think against Irwin that when we were down a couple scores, they're the reason we got back in it. And they were loud and they were involved, and our kids fed off that. And if we can have that this weekend, it'd be unbelievable.
Ram Nation, you know what that means? Pull up to Fitzgerald. But what are the keys that you have to do to get this win on Friday?
Not give up the big play. Right. We can't give up the big play. Offensively, we can't turn the football over. When we get chances in the red zone, we got to score touchdowns. And then win on special teams, and that's things that you can't do in these type of games, is have a situation where special team hurts you. Last year when we went over there, we're right there in it. We get a punt, they punt it, it hits one of our guys, and they get the ball inside the 20. And those things can't happen.
Right.
So we've got to be really, really solid in our special teams.
I remember in our first interview, I asked you who was the leader of the team. You said you was still, it's still to be decided. Has it been decided yet, Coach?
Well, we have a few stepping up. And it's still, but these next several weeks will be the guys. You'll be able to see the guys because it matters.
Right.
I mean, we want to win every game, but to be honest, they're non-region games.
Are there any injuries going into this week?
No, we're pretty healthy.
All right on. So I'm going to give you some tailgate questions, of course, presented by Jimmy Hot Dogs. So I'm just going to do another this or that. So I'm going to go with lemonade or tea?
Tea.
Chicken or briskets?
Chicken.
Potato salad? I think this may be a tough one. Or coleslaw? Neither. Okay.
Stand either one of them.
All right, Coach. So if you was grilling, what would be the first thing you're going to throw on the grill?
Are we talking 45-minute grill or are we talking 4 or 5 hours?
4 or 5 hours, Coach. Like you're going to take your time.
Baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs. All right, Coach. I appreciate your time, and this is going to be week 6, and the game will be on Friday. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
For the best football insight to get you right. Brought to you by Jimmy's Hot Dogs.